folks. My name's Dan Brown. I do a lot of different things. I've got a few different companies, and I am first and foremost a WISE licensed consultant. So what that means is I export HCA management system as it's now been rebranded. It's no longer the Hubbard management system. It's the Hubbard College of Administration management system, HCA management system. So do that with a company called MGE Management Experts. I've got 2 marketing companies. I've got a software development company. I've got a software platform, and got an AI company and a couple other little things. I'm going to also introduce Stephanie. She is the Chief Strategy Officer for Dan Brown Solutions. So Stephanie, open your microphone and say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. I'm Stephanie, and yes, I work with Dan, and I run all of that amazing activity.
Well said. Yeah. So to my right, and I've set the cameras up. So you want to just duck your head in, Mr. Reben? See it up there?
All right. Hello, everybody.
Good. So that is Ryan Reben. And Ryan Reben is one of the AI specialists that is, well, we're going to show you what we got. We've got a certain number of attendees tonight. I'm going to tell you this is kind of the beginning of a series that we're doing. I do want your cameras on, and I do want you ready to unmute because this is going to be super interactive. This is a workshop. It's not a seminar. It's a workshop, which means we're going to get in there. We're going to work. And that is if you want to. Of course, this is your meeting, and I'm your guest speaker. But I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and I'm going to ask you to raise your hands. I'm going to ask you to put your thumb up, medium or down, and I'm going to demonstrate that. So thumb up looks like this. Thumb up is yes to a yes, no question. It is true to a true, false question. It is that applies to me. It is if I'm checking in to see how you're doing. It's like, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm tracking along. So everybody put a thumb up in front of the camera so I can see a thumb up, please. Just like that. Good, good, good. And GI, who is GI? There's no camera. GI, if you could turn on your camera. Good, thank you, everybody else. Sometimes it applies, kind of. I'm doing okay, I'm tracking along. It could be worse, but it could be better. I think I'm getting it. That's thumb sideways. So everybody put a thumb sideways in front of the camera, just like that. Good, 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 good. Good, and then there is no to yes, no question, false to a true, false question. I am not getting it. I'm totally lost. I don't know what you're talking about, and or you suck. And that would be thumbs down. So let's see a thumbs down, everybody. Just like that. Hopefully we don't see that too much. That's why I have your camera on. I could say, how you guys doing? That's not a rhetorical question. If I ask you, did you get that? Did you understand that? These are the rules. Am I being received, and do you understand and agree to those? Everybody show me a thumb right now. That's not a rhetorical question. Do you understand the rules and the grain? Yeah, and hence that's why we got the cameras on. Because when you say, hey, do you get it? And everybody opens their microphone, yeah, but you don't know. Everybody did. I've got you all on a monitor down here. I can see all your faces. I've got the main speakers and the most recent speakers in front of me here. Got 9 screens around me right now. So I'm going to try and open up the chat. You're welcome to use it. You might have to say, hey, Dan, I asked a question in the chat, man. Take a look. And I will. But it's just one more screen. So we are here to talk about the subject of artificial intelligence. I could talk to you, and Ryan and I could talk to you for, I don't know, a couple weeks straight, few breaks now and again, grab a snack. But we haven't got that kind of time, and I don't know what the audience is. So what I want you to do, and hopefully you are watching on a computer, not just your phone, ideally, so that you can type away. What I want you to do is, I'm going to ask you to be typing something soon, but I'd like you to kind of use the thumb meter here. We're going to do like a dial. Down is 0, top is 10, and anywhere in between. On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 meaning I'm not using AI at all, 10, I'm using it a lot. Show me where you're at with your use of AI on a daily, weekly basis. Okay, good, good, good. 0, 0, 0, half, 4, 4. Good, one, good, good, good. Excellent. Thank you. How much you want to be using it, but you just don't know how. Like, I really want to be using it, I don't know how, or I don't really care, I don't know. Good, 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 good. Now, I want you to put in the chat right now, what do you want to use it for? And if you don't know, put, I don't know. Like, that's why I'm here, dude. Like, I'm here to learn about it. That's what you're here for. So if you don't know, you don't know. That's a fair question. Okay, good. So I've got automating marketing. Thank you, Karen. Got creating content and writing blogs or getting ideas. I got marketing, day-to-day productivity. Emil, good? Emil, while we're getting more answers in, I want you to talk to me about the day-to-day productivity. What comes to mind? You're saying day-to-day productivity. I love that, but I want to know specifics. Anybody else who doesn't have the ability to type, or you're on, this is you can raise your hand like this, put your hand in the air, and you can unmute and you can talk it out. George, helping a business. Yep. Go ahead. Somebody was about to say something.
Yeah. I would say qualifying leads, when you're, acquiring leads and, marketing and putting people into funnels and all that. A lot of people come in, but not a lot of people are qualified. So I would like some kind of system to take them through that is high in ARC, but also separates the tire kickers from the, I have this issue, I have this pain point, and I really hope you can help me. And I want to talk to those people, not the tire kickers.
Beautiful. Thank you. Good. I'm going to read a couple other responses. George, helping a business. George, I'd like to expand on that. Maybe I can ask you to turn your microphone on here in a second. Urja, create content, promo, personal assistant, find funding, screen is frozen, make videos. I want to be able to implement in my business to save time. Hey, Urja, turn on your microphone one more time for me. Tell me about the kind of content you want to create and what sort of stuff from a personal assistant perspective are you thinking?
I'm hoping for magic with the personal assistant part. However, I've seen some really great AI generated videos. I have a thrift shop and I just want to create something unusual and fun, person transforming into different outfits or transforming into a toaster or just, something crazy.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, good. Love that. Thank you. Okay, good. And then we got a couple more that came in. Rick, I want to be able to implement it in my business to save time. Mr. George Paz, helping a business. Tell me a little bit about the business you want to help and what that might be.
Okay, so I was in Africa for 3 years at the AO, and I met this guy who has this friend who has a pharmaceutical company, and they do natural herbs and things like that. They want to enter the U.S. market, so I want to find things to do to help them do that. I've seen their website and stuff. They need a little work, but I'm hoping to do it with AI. And that's it.
Beautiful. Love that. Love that. Great. Hey, Rick, time for you. Open up that microphone for me. All right. So I want to be able to implement it in my business to save time. Tell me.
Very, very general. I get that. But that's because I don't know enough about AI to know in what aspects I can apply to my business. So that's why I was general.
Lovely. Good. And that was the answer I was hoping for. That was the answer I'm hoping for, because this is where so many people are sitting. Like, I heard AI can make things so much easier. I don't know what the hell anybody's talking about, but I want the easier part. I like the easier part. I like the more productive part. I just have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Great, great. So where do we start from that? Well, I think now raise your hand if you were at my presentation at the New York Roundtable, please. Raise your hand if you were there. Good, good, good. Great. Thank you. All right. Hey, Lorenzo, welcome. Lorenzo, I just asked a question, and maybe Lorenzo, scale of 1 to 10 fingers, 10 being the most, 1 finger being the least. How much are you currently using AI right now? Just hold up your fingers.
I want to say 2.
2, good. Thank you. Microphone works. Good. Audio check. Affirmative. All right. And then Lorenzo, tell me why you're here and what you came to learn about and how you think AI might be interesting or beneficial to you and what you hope to get out of this.
Because I'm already impressed with what I can use AI with. So I was looking forward to hear coming from you as an expert, how much advantage I can take from that technology.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent. Good. Well, welcome. Everybody watch what I'm about to do. I was sitting here, Ryan and I were like, what are we going to do for this thing? And how are we going to show them what AI is when we don't know who them is. We don't know where they're at, where they're not, what they know, what they don't, what their industry is. Are they an owner, executive, manager, employee, hopeful owner one day? Are they computer literate? Are they? So we got going and slides and what are we going to do with this? And you know what? I decided, I'm going to use AI to do this presentation and I'm going to do it live with you from scratch. A number of you know that during the round table, I was showing you something that I was putting into pilot. And I think a couple of you got on the AI Pro pilot. So AI Pro.Gold, I'm just going to tell you there are a number of different what are called large language models. That's what AI is. It's a large language model. I could define that for you a bit, which I will. But you might have heard of ChatGPT. Raise your hand if you've heard of ChatGPT. Good, that is a large language model. That's an LLM, large language model. So I don't personally, I'm not going to tell you to go there because ChatGPT, while it is fantastic in a billion ways, it has been found to lean a certain direction politically and has quite a bit of influence that would be entered in contradiction to our belief system with regards to influence of psychiatry and different ideas that, just go in opposition to how we think. So for that reason, you got to know that the content that you pump out of it might have some sprinkles of that stuff in there. And you got to decide, is that okay? Can you filter it? Do you want to look for it? I have done massive processing with ChatGPT. And every once in a while, in some of the processing and the output that it gives me, I look in and go, what? I'm sorry, what? Huh? And I'm just glad I read closely on that. And then I see a thread of that going through the output and I go, okay, good. I got to remove that. And which I can do. I can add a prompt to remove that, but that filtering is something I'm not really big on doing. I'm asking AI to do a job for me. Of course, I'm going to review all of what it puts out, but I don't want any bias in there that is in contradiction to my personal belief system. Does that make sense? Thumbs up if that makes sense. So hence, I have moved away from that and I created my own. But it's not really my own. What I've gone and done is I've found systems that actually have, these are large language models that A, don't have any of that stuff in it. B, they don't just pump out data robotically in such a fashion that it's not necessarily correlatively thought with and complete, which currently ChatGPT can do. I did an exercise to see if I get ChatGPT to write a book for one of my clients from start to finish, next chapter, next chapter, next chapter. And I said, that was great. Give me the next chapter. That was great. Give me the next chapter. That was great. Ended up with 78 chapters, 600 pages. 40% of it was repeated, literally just repeated. So I thought, oh, okay, good. It's not thinking clear from start to finish. And what it's actually thinking with is probably like how I would write a book, because I would probably forget after a certain amount of writing what I've already written, and I have to go back and read it unless I had it all laid out. But that's what I'm trying to use ChatGPT. I'm trying to take away that process so that somebody else or something else is doing the more menial tasks and the detailed things so I can get on with my creative impetus, interest, and achieve my goal. So for that reason, I launched AI Pro.Gold. I'm going to go ahead and put it in here if you guys want. It'll actually take you to what's called a redirect. I'm going to put the redirect in the chat as well. It's kind of ugly, but the redirect is because I'm working on a certain server and stuff. But anyways, AI Pro.Gold. I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what it looks like when you go there. When you go here, it's going to look like this, and you can just straight on ask anything. You can log in, you can sign in with Google or sign up. I would sign up, you're gonna get some more features. We're not gonna riddle you with a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna log in, and I'm gonna log in under my Dan Brown Solutions account because I just created this account today. So it has no conversational history. I don't know if y'all can see that on the left-hand side. There's no conversational history. So this is from scratch. I want you to see what I'm about to do. I'm gonna use voice to text. I would like your help because I'm currently, as we speak right now, speaking to a number of business owners, executives, and future business owners, possibly future executives, and people of the workplace who have come to a workshop I'm giving about artificial intelligence. And so my challenge right now is I'm doing this live. I would like your help to, first of all, answer what an LLM is, a large language model. So if you could create a definition for these individuals, and maybe keep it at about a 9th grade reading level. While these are well-intelligent people and such, I don't want to get into the deep depths and into the weeds about, terminology and computer languages and stuff. So maybe even back it down to an 8th grade reading level. I'd like to start there. And then what I'd like you to do is help me lay out a little bit of an orientation to artificial intelligence and how they can use this platform in their everyday business. And I think the best way to do that is to give me, about 6 to 8 questions that would be questions they would understand, that would find out, is this something that I should be thinking with? Artificial intelligence. Period. Does that make sense? Question mark? I don't know if you see what I see. I'm going to back it up to the top. Good. So there was my prompt. That's called a prompt. Everybody say out loud, prompt.
Prompt.
Good. So prompt is instructions given. The more specific your instructions to AI, the better. Why? Well, AI is super smart, sitting there with all sorts of information, as you're about to see, but it doesn't know how, who's they're talking to, who it's talking to, and what you need specifically. So it's going to go broad. So I gave it some very, very specific definitions. So certainly, let's start with a simple definition of a large language model, LLM. Definition of a large language model, LLM. A large language model is a type of computer program that can understand and generate human language. It learns from lots of text data to help answer questions, write stories, or even have conversations. Think of it like a very smart assistant that can help with writing and understanding language. Thumbs up if you all understand that definition. Thumbs down if you would like more specific data about that. Good, thank you. Listen, I've done no rehearsing with this. We did no trial runs. This is dangerous, but it's not because I've used AI so much. But I want you guys to understand how I'm using it right now to help deliver this workshop. Raise your hand if you're just moderately impressed. Even just with the idea. I'm impressed with the idea. I'm like, let's just use artificial intelligence to create a workshop. And what I'm doing here specifically is I'm showing you that you can learn to be an authority on just about anything in a matter of minutes, that you could actually be leading this workshop. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And that you could walk yourself into any subject. So let's carry on. Orientation to artificial intelligence, AI in business. AI can be a powerful tool for businesses, helping to improve efficiency, make better decisions, and enhance customer experiences. Here are some questions to help business owners and executives think about how AI might be useful for them. Now, if you see on AI Pro.Gold here, AI Pro.Gold is also prompting some questions beneath this. I don't know if you see that, but I'm going to back out a little bit here. How do I start implementing AI in my business? What are common challenges when adopting AI? Can you provide example of AI success stories in my industry? So I could click that and it's going to now conversationally talk with me. I built this in because I wanted people to go, okay, good. That may have been an okay prompt. It might not have been an okay prompt. Maybe we want to go this direction. Maybe we want to go that direction. And maybe none of these, what would be called secondary or additional prompts, are applicable to what we want to know. But say, oh yeah, that's a good one. I could click that. But I'm going to go right back up here. Here are questions I want you all to think with right now. You ask yourself this question in your mind and go, is that applicable to me? So what repetitive tasks in my business could be automated to save time and reduce errors? AI can handle routine tasks, freeing up employees for more strategic work. Raise your hand if you would like to be freed up of the more menial stuff and be working more on strategic. Raise your hand if that's you. Good. So that's applicable so far. Question 2, how can AI help improve customer service and engagement? AI tools like chatbots can provide 24/7 customer support and personalized interactions. Emil, I'm about to show you an example of that, something that Ryan built. Good. 3, are there areas where data analysis could improve decision making? Folks, I want to open up on that one again. Or just a little bit deeper on that one. I know sometimes we're very tough on ourselves. We're not as successful as we probably thought we would be or could be or should be. We're not as wealthy as we thought we could be, should be, or where we are in life. And we beat ourselves up and we slap ourselves around and we whip ourselves and we have these really horrible thoughts. I'm not even going to ask you to raise your hand if that happens or has happened. But social personalities, especially social personalities operating in a very challenging environment where there's suppression and false data and confusion and aberration and out ethics, well-intended individuals fighting against that stuff just by no other means, by, you don't have to be that active. You can just have a decision, a postulate to disagree with that, and you are an enemy of more forces than you would ever imagine. So, as such, you get what we call bull bait, pushback, distractions. You get evil purposes thrown at you, evil intentions thrown at you. Sometimes you can misidentify some of that noise and distraction that exists, not something that you can feel or see, but is 100% there. You can get hit with so much of that stuff that you start to wonder if those thoughts are yours. Well, a number of you know that those thoughts are not yours. Some of you might be going, well, are they mine? I don't know. They seem they're in my head. Okay. Well, we're not, this workshop isn't about that so much, but one thing I can tell you is if you're even having those thoughts or thinking at that level, that you're already sitting at the very top crust of planet Earth. And you've got plenty of intelligence and you are absolutely owed success. If you're living an ethical life, you want to help people, you want to improve yourself and others, you want to bring sanity to the world. If you answer yes to those questions, please raise your hands. Good. So there's a good chance we should be thinking more about your dreams and talking more about your dreams and figuring out how to strategically approach those dreams of yours rather than spending time licking stamps and, doing the menial. But if you don't lick the stamps and do the menial, the work doesn't get done. So you got to lick the stamps and you got to do the menial because that's all part of the party. If you can figure out how to get more strategic and less into the minutia of the day-to-day, well, you've just won hours and hours of time. Guess how many hours AI has saved me? Stephanie and I were running about, how many companies, Stephanie? How many companies are we running now?
7.
I don't even know. 7. With some additionals that don't take a whole lot of attention, right? They're just kind of like, MGE, Latam, and these other things, DDS publications and all that stuff. We don't even put that on our website, but that's, you could probably put 3 or 4 more on there. And we use AI a lot. It probably buys myself personally, about 30 to 40 hours a week. Steph, weigh on it. What would you say that AI has bought you as far as time and hours a week?
I would say, to make it simpler, even on a daily basis, I would say minimally 3 to 5 hours on average I save by using that with all the randomity that goes on.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. And Ryan, you sit here and that's what you do all day long.
Yeah.
So on average, with the people that you've helped and served, and obviously yourself personally, estimate?
So I was thinking that as you were asking people that question, and to me, I still work the same amount of time.
Yep.
But specific to programming, AI has completely changed the game.
Yeah. And
I can do in a week what used to take me 3 or 4 months. Honestly.
And Stephanie, I would agree with that. Would you agree with that too?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, good. One of my my executive assistants, Michelle, you just relayed that story to me, Steph. You want to tell everybody about that little story? Like I was saying, hey, Steph, we got to get Michelle to we got to create some manuals for a software product that we've just, launched into, or actually revised, and we each put into the next version, a beta. And we said, hey, I need to get Michelle, put together some manuals. She was looking for some extra work, and we got to, bolt these things out. And then Michelle's like, actually, I can't because, well, interestingly enough, Michelle is this great individual who came to work for me, but she's also known as the Queen of Halloween 365. If you want to look it up on Facebook, she's got tons of followers. And Queen of Halloween 365. She loves Halloween, and she got a whole group on Facebook that loves Halloween. And she's been doing this for years, and it just kind of been declining and declining and declining. And she's she even made a few bucks from it now and then, but she just did it out of the love of it. And she had a whole community that was following her. Just as a use case, we did some analysis. We used AI. She's using AI daily. This is her page. That's Michelle. She's hilarious. She's, the last thing you'd ever expect is that she'd be the Queen of Halloween 365. I'll zoom in on her so y'all can see her. She just loves Halloween. And she created that image with AI. Probably that post. Probably that entire post. The sun had just dipped below the treetops when I stepped into the Wraithwood forest, the air cool and laced with wood smoke and moss. A hush had fallen. Yeah, I can guarantee you she created that post with AI. And she's got all sorts of engagement. I don't know if y'all can see that. She got 70 engagements on that post, 23 comments, 19 shares. She was getting nothing. Like it had almost gone to zero. She's about ready to fold it. She goes, Dan, do you think I should just turn it? I said, hell no. See that video right there? That's 100% created with AI. You know how much AI she knew before she knew me? Nothing. Created with AI. And then she'll take an actual product, she'll put it in a background and created by AI, and then she'll market that product and get engagement, get sales of that. Look at the engagement on this. 297 engagements, 45 comments. Are you kidding me? 14 shares. If you guys know social media, people would die for that engagement. AI generated, AI generated, AI generated, AI generated. I'm just telling you, even that is AI generated. And go back, let's take a look at some of her reels on Instagram. I want to see some of this stuff here. Here's another one. Here's another one. So now I'm just going to stop the video just to prove you're like, no, there's no way. I mean, that's just so detailed. Here, look at the cars. Do you see the cars?
Yeah. Yes.
There are still errors in it. That car is like, I don't know if it's going forward or backward. It's definitely not a real car, right? Y'all see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Something wrong there, right? Okay, good. But look at this dang engagement. 695 likes, comments and comments and comments. What am I telling you here? I'm telling you here, this is a person who, yeah, she could get around a computer with like Microsoft Excel, doesn't have a Mac, doesn't understand, certain things. And she's my executive assistant. And I'm like, okay, good. Well, here we go. Welcome to artificial intelligence. How long did that take? Oh, right on cue. How long did it take her to get to this level?
I would say
from the time that we probably had that conversation.
Yeah, it's only been about 3 months. Like you had the conversation with her around Christmas, and probably within weeks after that, she really got going on it seriously. And then in the last month and a half, like I said, she's been making weekly income every week that's bringing in additional money just by that. So the more she works on it and gets good content and generates it and keeps it flowing, like one of those posts that you passed had 4.6 thousand, like it had 4,600 likes or engagement. So she's, and she used to have maybe 6 or 7 or 10 likes or 20, and she's in the thousands on several of those posts, generating hundreds of dollars of income.
So a question came in, thank you, Steph. And a question came in, how does she make income? Well, what she does is she'll take people's featured, like, so now she's got all this following and this engagement, because I mean, I like Halloween. I'm not the king of Halloween, and that wouldn't even be necessary because there's the queen of Halloween. But I like Halloween. Raise your hand if you like Halloween. Okay. Yeah. I like it. You like Halloween?
I love Halloween.
Well, Halloween's cool. So, and then all of a sudden, she'll drop a mug or something in there that's an actual product and then put the link to Amazon, and she has an Amazon affiliate link. Bang, 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 bang. Want this mug? Here, click here. Somebody does, spends $8 for the mug, and she gets a little tiny little, nothing commission. Nothing commission times 100 becomes a something commission times routine posts. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be launching a bit of a course, and we'll probably have Michelle do her little spiel about what she's done. And we'll have each of the individuals that we've been touching showing actual use cases. And you could do that course. This is an orientation though, so you can understand what AI is today. Now, somebody just asked, what's our URL? So meaning my URL for my website. So I'm going to just put this, I'll put that up there and share that. My company is called Dan Brown Solutions. And I didn't call it Dan Brown Solutions because I'm Bain. And I really want to make this clear to everybody here. This isn't about me. I didn't invent AI. I have a passion to bring help to people. And I like to see good people reach their potential. And I do so I have a marketing company for dentists because I consult dentists and I saw their frustrations in marketing. So with my partner, Jeremy Bloomberg, we launched a company that's Bloomberg Digital. I have another marketing company called Fall of Shot Marketing, Fall of Shot. Fall of Shot is a British military term. It literally means where the artillery round lands. So imagine shooting out of a ship's gun and it lands somewhere. Where it lands is the fall of shot. And Fall of Shot was so close to full of and so many marketing companies are full of that I just said, that sounds like a great name. So Fall of Shot Marketing. It's another marketing company that sits outside of dentistry and does video marketing and all sorts of stuff, video team, video editing, and digital reactivation using artificial intelligence, etc. I created a product. It's called DDS Dashboard. DDS is a doctor of dental surgery, so it's a dentist. And it is a product that aligns with the consulting I do with the clients at MGE Management Experts. It has org board stats, flow charts, hats, hat packs, and it's great. It's a great product. It already has a bunch of that stuff worked out for the dentists. So that's that. And then Company Periscope is the same product, but for other industries. And I tailor make it. So somebody says, hey, I really want to organize my business and I want to integrate this software and I've connected up with HubSpot and also NetSuite and I integrate that all and I make sure that they can have their org board, their stats, etc. I have Your Dental AI, and that is a dental AI product of AI Pro.Gold, which is what I'm showing you here. And then I have Victory Team Builders Group. That's a consulting group. I teamed up with Jimmy Aluria. He is owner of an auto repair shop in Phoenix, Arizona. And he's also a very, very highly trained consultant and speaker. And so we're doing with the automotive repair industry what MGE has done with dentists. So those are the main companies. What are we doing here? We're talking about you, not me. We're talking about AI. So we're going to get back to the subject of what can it do for you? I'm going to probably bounce around routinely on this, but we're going to get back to those questions, if y'all remember. How can AI enhance our product or service offerings? Again, if you can take away the menial, right? AI can analyze large amounts of data quickly to uncover trends and insights, get you more strategic and less tactical, and then can enhance your product or service offerings. We're going to do it live with one of you right here, right now. But What are the potential cost savings from implementing AI solutions? AI can reduce operational costs by optimizing processes and resources. The amount of AI I run in my companies right now would be equivalent to me employing about 20 people. I'm going to say that again. The amount of AI I use in my business is equivalent to employing 20 people that I do not have on the payroll. Now, I still hire people. I need people because people have soft skills called communication, FaceTime. I need free thinkers thinking with the big vision, but I want to pay them for that. And that's what I want them doing. I don't want them sitting there trying to figure out how to answer an email to an angry customer. So how can AI help in predicting market trends or consumer behavior? AI models can forecast trends, helping businesses stay ahead of the competition and, of course, downturns, etc. What are the ethical considerations of using AI in my business? It's important to consider privacy, data security, and fairness when implementing AI. I'm going to tell you everything right now on that point. Everything I think is applicable right now. First of all, if you're doing healthcare, any patient-specific things cannot go into AI unless it's a HIPAA-compliant AI platform. Dr. Katie, you know what I'm talking about. Dr. Katie, you want to give everybody just a quick, brief on what HIPAA is? 2 sentences, please.
So basically, HIPAA is keeping your client's personal information, why they came to see you, et cetera, out of eyesight.
Great. And so what does that consist of? The patient's first name and last name. If you put that in here in an AI, you have violated HIPAA, patient privacy protection. That's what it is. If you're in Canada, you don't have HIPAA, you have PIPA. And if you're in a European country, it's even more stern and stringent. So that's one thing. Here's another thing. Your IP, your intellectual property, your great ideas, your confidential strategy about how you're going to take over the world in your industry. Second, you put that in here, just so you know, that can become public information. Somebody asked the right question. So I want you to be aware of that too. Be aware of that too. Is it the biggest concern? Is there somebody who's in the industry who's probably already done what you've done? Possibly. What's different about what you're doing is you're implementing it, and you're implementing it the way you're implementing it. So
everything Dan said is true. It is a concern. Everything that you put into, I haven't looked at the fine print of all the large language models because, there's more than just ChatGPT. There's several competing companies, but that does become essentially their property. So what you can do is you can take the large language model and host it internally. So it's really just kind of not connected to the internet. And if that's a solution that's needed, you can certainly hire somebody or ask AI to walk you through doing it yourself. It's not as difficult as it sounds or tech heavy. I can tell you this. My main job is working in cybersecurity for a pretty large firm. We are being pushed constantly to use AI and to create AI solutions internally and externally. And at the same time, we're told, don't you dare ever put company data into a chat. So what our bright engineers did is they literally built their own. So we have our own fully accessible large language model that is trained with our policies. We have literally thousands and thousands of documents on policies and procedures. And what that's done is it's not only protected our information, but it's allowed us to chat with it directly. So where you could ask a large language model, what's a typical climate in Spain this time of year? It'll answer that. But if you say, what was revenue for last month? Obviously it doesn't know. But when you integrate your data with a private large language model, you can have access to all of that. So it's something to think with. It's the sky's the limit. I could keep talking forever on the possibilities, but did that answer the question?
So.
Okay, good. Good.
Thumbs up, medium, or down if you're tracking so far on that point. Thumbs up, medium, or down. I need to see everybody's thumbs. Yeah. What would that cost? Big money, because you got to lay out some money for servers and servers that are very fast, right? Big money meaning probably think about somewhere between $20,000 and $50,000. That might not be big money to you, but it's certainly not chump change. And then you would need to build in the logic of all that. So there's a bit of programming, and that's something we can do if that's something you're interested in. We've done it twice for 2 different companies, and so they have their own offline servers that are serving data to them. So that's that. How can AI support innovation and growth in my business? AI can drive innovation by enabling new business models and opportunities. These questions can guide your audience in exploring how AI might fit into their businesses. Good. So now watch what I'm going to do. So thank you for all those. I appreciate all that data, and I have gone over that with my audience at this webinar period. One of the attendees is Dr. Katie, and she has asked the following: how can AI be used in creating content and writing blogs or getting ideas? Dr. Katie is a doctor in chiropractic medicine and nutrition. Can you give a brief on this, and can you pump out some samples? Dr. Katie's office. Dr. Katie Thompson is the owner of, what's the name of your business?
The Health Improvement Center,
Located in what
Manassas,
city?
Virginia.
Her focus and approach, which we would like some sample content, would be of what subjects, Dr. Katie?
Hormone support, hormone balance, applied
using
nutrition and essential oils,
as well as what?
chiropractic.
And anything about chiropractic specifically you would like to take up?
No.
All right, sending it away. Certainly, AI can be a valuable tool for creating. It's pumping it all out. I mean, do you see how fast it's pumping it out? It's good. So I'm going to go up here. Certainly, AI can be a valuable tool for creating content and generating ideas, especially in specialized fields like nutrition and chiropractic care. Here's a brief overview of how AI can assist in this area. 1, idea generation. AI can analyze trends and popular topics in the health and wellness industry to suggest relevant blog topics. Content drafting. Number 2, AI can help draft articles or blog posts by providing structured outlines or even full paragraphs based on input keywords or topics. SEO optimization. AI tools can suggest keywords and phrases to improve search engine visibility. 4, editing and proofreading. AI can assist in refining content by checking grammar, style, and readability. Sample content ideas for Dr. Katie Thompson. Blog post title, Balancing Hormones Naturally, the Role of Nutrition and Essential Oils. Introduction. Discuss the importance of hormone balance, section 1, section 2, conclusion, office practice tips. Good, 2. So I'm just going to say great. Of these, which ones do you want me to hit, Dr. Katie? Blog post title 1, 2, or 3?
1.
1. Great. Can you pump out a 1,250 word, because we want 1,250 words for SEO, blog item for item number 1. I'm just going to take that, copy it. There it is. So Dr. Katie, you would take this, put your own little spin on it, spruce it up a little bit, run it through AI for a spell check and grammar check, and pump it out. It'd take you about 25 minutes to write 1,300 or 1,250 words.
You're giving me a copy of that, right?
Nope. I'm going to give you the full access to do exactly what I just did. And I'm going to send you a copy of this recording. What I want you all to do is I want you to lift your fingers and start using it on the keyboard. I use dictation a lot because I can talk faster than I can type. I can type 130 words a minute with some errors now and again, which AI reads through, just so you all know. But I can talk at 350 words a minute. So the fastest processor there is thought. Some of you have experienced that. And then we have VIAs. They're called words, languages. And then we have an additional VIA on that, which is typing. And then even additional slower VIA, and that's handwriting. Even slower visual is, making pictures and trying to communicate with oog, oog, ugh, ugh, roof, roof, instead of using the word dog, right? So those are all VIAs. We want to take the VIAs out. Now, we're not yet at the point that we could just think, and this can be pumped out. Elon Musk is working on that, and it's kind of scary. But, if you don't want to wait and you don't want to plug something in the back of your head when it does come out, we're going to use speech. So let's take a look at this. How are we looking so far on this, Dr. Katie? We're just going to run this thing through. I want you all to see how long this takes. Am I going too fast, Dr.
No,
Katie?
you're fine.
Good.
Don't like tofu or legumes because that's a little bit too much.
This looks great. Please revise to remove
Instead of putting lean protein, put proteins.
lean proteins and just replace with proteins. And that includes removing tofu
Yeah, and legumes.
and legumes.
Lavender, clary sage. I would put well, geranium's good, but I'd also add in there an oil called clary calm.
I would also like to add an oil named what?
Clary, CLARY. Not clarity, clary. And then calm right next to it.
Describe what that is. And please define any words that would be above a 9th grade reading level so that we don't lose our audience. Make this conversational.
And maybe a little more visceral. That's the word I'm looking for.
What are you trying to achieve with visceral? Explain what that means.
To get a more of a reaction from people so that they go, wow, that's me. May not be appropriate for this yet, but.
Yeah. Please also create a call to action to bring people to Dr. Katie's website, which is
thehealthimprovementcenter.com.
This can be referenced a number of times, but don't please. I'm always nice to AI, just in case AI gets really powerful and comes for my family one day. But please be very tactful here. By the way, you are awesome. Thank you for this amazing help. And just so you know, I am like this, and you're going to see that you start building your profile and AI becomes a friend. It's a bit weird and corny. Look at this. Certainly. Here's a revised version. And there's Clary Calm.
Beautiful.
I could just keep reprompting and reprompting until it's the way I want, put a couple of little twists on it, and there I go. Thumbs up if you all see what I did there, folks. Good. Good. Any questions? Good. So I'm going to encourage you all to sign up for AI Pro.Gold. It's no charge. You can use this chat tool. It's not, a psych-based chat tool that has a political leaning. It's 100% sit and square in the middle. No influence facts. Now, I'm also going to do this. I'm also going to recommend we take a look at some other things. So let's see, there's a question in the chat. What is the SEO rule about blog posts being 1,250 words? So Karen, SEO, search engine optimization, because I run marketing companies, search engine optimization is all around the area of providing information that is helpful to people. Google and other search engines want to serve the individual browsing and searching for solutions. So you got to scratch that itch. Brevity, how brief something is, in Google's eyes, is not preferable. They want the reader or the browser to decide if, they've had enough and then bop out. They don't necessarily want it to be something that's just a short thing. So it's not my rules. That's kind of Google's rules.
I have a question on
yes, sir.
Images. Which is a platform that you recommend to create images?
So images are great in ChatGPT, and it's getting better everywhere. We're about to build an image tool. Next month, we're going to have an image tool that not only creates images, but you could create a starting image, an ending image, and then it'll create a video in between. Yeah, and it'll create your post and everything. I mean, it's sexy. It's dead sexy. What we're trying to do is we're trying to bring AI, because the key thing on the images with any LLM that you're using, whether it's ChatGPT or another, is the prompt. You gotta write the proper prompt. If you say, I'd like an image of a tree, you might get this ridiculous image. If you describe it exactly with the background and then this and the that, and do you want it realistic or comical or illustrated or, but it's a lot to know. So that's called prompt engineering. Prompt is like, of course, what you're typing in here. Engineering is how are you wording that in such a way to bring about the best response. Prompt engineering on photo and video is quite something. So just, we're going to try and give you some little head starts and little tips along the way in our prompt engineering. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something that Ryan put together. And this is going to answer, is there a limit on your AI system? Don't know exactly what you mean by that, Dr. Katie.
Like ChatGPT, I had to upgrade mine. So I pay $20 a month.
Yeah, and it's well worth it, isn't it? So for our chat, there is no limit on our chat. What we do have paid aspects of it. It's a token-based system, meaning it's not a monthly subscription. Is if you want to use some of our advanced features, it's a pay-as-you-go. It's token. So if you end up using a lot, then you pay, respectively. And it's not a lot, but I'll show you what it is, and you may or you may not have a use for it. Certainly the image creation, the video creation, those real proper tools cost money. So, but I will tell you this. Here's where I go. Like for my dental clients, if they want to get somebody walking into the practice who's got a missing tooth, looking distraught, and then going through the practice and then coming out with a dental implant, happy, smiling, and everybody like happy for that patient, they got to hire talent. They got to get a video shoot team in. And, that's a $2,000 to $4,000 a day. So they go, oh, we're not going to do that. So they look for stock footage or stock, photos. They try to communicate that. With our image and video creator, that'll cost $50, something like that.
For one image?
For the video. Of the girl walking in with the missing tooth. With the missing tooth, realistic, like you're not going to tell that it's not a real office. You could say, I want a 27-year-old, dark-haired woman coming in who's distraught, crying, has a missing tooth, goes through the practice and walks out with a restored tooth and very happy, and everybody's kind of clapping and congratulatory of her success, and she's happy and they're happy that she's happy. $25 to $50. And you could drop in something that you want there, like your product, your art, whatever, and it'll put a background and turn that into a video. So it looks like it's in a art show and people are coming up and looking at it and clapping. I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy. So yeah, sky's the limit. And the budget is like nothing. So that's where we're going.
Can we tease a little bit more?
Yeah.
We get very excited when we start talking about this stuff. But yes, content creation, AI is going to be your best friend. But now imagine this. So what you create content and then you post it somewhere, right? AI can do that for you, by the way. You don't even have to do that. But then you can create a feedback loop so that AI is watching the trends of those ads. And so just like Dan said, you create a video, a dark-haired girl coming in with tooth pain. She comes out, she's all fixed, everybody's happy. It gets certain engagement. That data gets fed back to an AI who then says, well, I wonder if it was a middle-aged man, would engagement change? Change the video, send it out. Wow, it went up by 15%. Good. What else can we tweak? And then there's a constant feedback loop. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I just want you guys to know that content creation is just the beginning of what AI can do for everybody.
And explaining. So that's called analytics and all that stuff. So explain a little bit about this, because this was brought up earlier. How can it do the analytical work, the thinking and this sort of thing? Give a couple more examples or use cases, but just take that one.
Where we're going now with AI is connecting it all together. So we're doing a good job today. Dan's doing a great job today of showing you the what. What is it? Now is the question of how do I use it? So you create content, you push it out into the world, And then you can plug the analytics in from Facebook or X or Google or what have you. That's all very easily integrated back so that the success or lack thereof of that ad can be given to you directly and in real time. So that if a change needs to happen, it can happen. If it's successful and it needs to be reinforced, it can happen. So what it's going to do is empower you to use your data in real time as fast as possible. You don't have to run an ad for a month and then see, well, that was a waste of time. Or run an ad for a month and go, we should have like tripled ad spend on that. You're going to know pretty instantly. And then in addition, it'll make small tweaks to get things better. But yes, it's all going to be tied in. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to tease this now. We don't have to get into it, but how all of this is working together to actually make all of life easier.
Good. How we doing? Thumbs up, medium, or down? Okay. What's your interest level? And let's get honest here. Like, okay, good. This was interesting earlier. This has gotten boring. I want you to put in the chat right now what you want to know more about on AI. Just take a second. Emil, open up your microphone while everybody's typing. Tell me your thoughts and your business process. I don't even know what product it is that you or service that you're pitching. So give me a little summary, and you're going to see where we go with this.
Sure. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, great. So basically, I'm reaching out to clients and having them do a one-on-one challenge with me, and then from there, find out their pain points, find out their view of
for what subject are we talking about?
Parenting. Yeah.
Thank you.
So basically, this tiny challenge is 5 days long. And from there, building ARC, finding what their pain points are, finding their view of the world, view of parenting. So I really get a complete picture of what this person is, go into their pain points and start giving them solutions. So at the end of this challenge, then I sell them a program, which is a higher cost thing. But as I'm reaching out to people, getting engagement, I want, to automate something where people can say, oh, well, I like this post. I want to hear more about this, maybe get them in a DM or a chat, and then get them into.
And for everybody here, a DM is a direct message on social media. So it's a private message, not actually in the comments. Great. I'm sorry, Emil, go ahead.
Yeah. So at some point, I want to start putting people into a funnel. First step being a chatbot to, automate that process for me and get someone who's really interested. Like, these are my issues, and can you help me? I'm ready to go.
Beautiful, beautiful. Good. So I'm going to show you, and thank you for everybody who's answering this. I'd like an AI CRM. Thank you, Karen. The use of chatbots in advertising and getting viewer questions answered automatically, and then being qualified, and then qualified customers are then routed to a live person, and not qualified are provided with some PDF or other help that they're looking for, but done by the AI. Beautiful. Oh, once I created a home organizing project tips for a client. Beautiful. Leanne and Andy, you want more data on prompts, and you like that. Rick, the know-how about how to use AI. Great. Urja, I want to create a video. Emil, chatbots. And then Lorenzo, show us how to create a video with AI, correct prompts, what not to do. Good. Well, this is a series, first of all, and we're going to go on a gradient, but I'm going to show you what Ryan has created. We're going to give you this tool so that you can answer this, pretend that this is you asking this question. This is what we've created for us, but of course we could create for you. Now, when you get this, it's going to prompt you to say, enable your microphone, in which case, yes, you have to allow your microphone, because imagine you have a customer or a target public and you send them this link and it starts doing this.
Hi there. Welcome to Company Periscope. I'm Abby, your AI business assistant. If you're curious about how AI could save you time, cut costs, or help your business run smoother, I can help spot a few quick ideas. It'll only take a minute. Want to get started?
Sounds good, Abby.
Great. Let's kick things off. Can I get your name, your business name, and the best email address to send a custom AI recommendation?
Sure. My name is Dan Brown, and the business name is Microphones Are Us, and that's with an R, like not spelled out ARE. Microphones Are Us is the name of the business. Abby, and I think, did you ask me another question too? I can't remember.
Thanks, Dan. I just need your best email address to send over the AI recommendation. Could you share that with me?
Certainly. Yeah. So Abby, the best email address for me is dan@danbrownsolutions.com.
Got it, Dan. Thanks for that. Now, what kind of business do you run at Microphones R Us?
So we sell microphones, mostly webcams, but like higher end webcams. These are for people who need noise isolation and they need, really good quality. And it brings out the real, deep timbre of their voice. It doesn't sound like a hollow, shallow microphone. And the kind of things that, we're doing, it's mostly people who are doing Zooms and Google Meets meetings and a business public, though it does appeal to a number of artists, and we're seeing much more, interest by artists and stuff. And I need some way to, reach different publics and even kind of know the different publics that are out there that are interested in our microphones, because I don't even know all the different publics.
That sounds like a fantastic niche, Dan. High quality audio is definitely in demand. It seems like understanding and reaching different customer segments could be key for you. Is there any part of your day-to-day operations that feels like a time suck or hassle?
Well, one of the things, Abby, is that so many times I do get leads in, but I'll reach out to them, but I don't have the time. It's a small business. It's just me and a few other people. So I'll follow up, but then I don't hear back, and then I forget about it. And I don't really have a leads management system. I mean, I do have a CRM. I use the free CRM for HubSpot. But it's not tied in with my sales software. And so I don't really track everything like I should. And I don't send them nudges and I don't follow up. I heard somebody say I should follow up like 12 to 40 times. That's one thing. And then sometimes I don't know like what they're interested in. Is it for music? Is it for business? Is it for something else? Because, our microphones can be used on any computer or even into a mixer and stuff like that. So I guess it's really lead management and lead follow-up. Does that make sense, Abby?
Absolutely, Dan. It sounds like lead management and follow-up are areas where AI could really help streamline things for you. Automating follow-ups and integrating your CRM with sales software could save you a lot of time and ensure no leads slip through the cracks. Are you looking for fast improvements that can be plugged in today, or something more custom built to fit your exact needs?
I would probably take both, Abby. I'd like the quick and easy low-hanging fruit of what I could solve right now to just buy me, a few hours a day to kind of get out of the weeds and back on the road. And then also, some longer term stuff, because I'd like to have an integrated CRM with my sales software, which is both of them have connections. I guess they're called API connections. I don't know what that means, but apparently they can talk to other software platforms, but I don't know how to do that. And I need to get them talking to each other so that I don't have to enter things in two different places, if that makes sense.
Totally makes sense, Dan. Starting with some quick AI tools for lead follow-up could free up your time right away. And then looking into integrating your CRM and sales software through APIs would be a great long-term solution. I'll send over some recommendations to get you started on both fronts. Would you like to schedule a call to go over these options together?
I would. This is sounding pretty professional and pretty slick. I don't make a lot of money, and so I'm a little bit. You're scaring me a little bit here, Abby.
I totally get it, Dan. No pressure at all. We can start with some simple, cost-effective solutions that fit your budget. Let's take it one step at a time and see what works best for you. I'll send over the recommendations and we can chat more if you decide to dive deeper. Sound good?
That sounds great. Thanks for your help, Abby.
You're welcome, Dan. I'm glad I could help. Keep an eye on your email for those recommendations. If you have any questions or want to chat more, just let me know. Have a great day and goodbye.
Okay, raise your hand if you're just slightly impressed. Good. Give Ryan a hand for that. Yeah, nice job, pal.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Ryan created that for my business because I like to help people with AI. but I don't know what, and I don't have time to talk to them. And, but this could rip on for like 2 hours. If the person wants, if they want to just keep going and ask questions to Abby, and, pretty soon they might be coming back to Abby and, getting some advice and direction and stuff like that. Oh, and by the way, this just came through as an email. Let me see. Let's see if I can pull this up. This is how fast this is. Hi, Dan. Thank you for chatting with the AI assistant from company Periscope. I appreciate you sharing the details about your business. Microphones are us. Even got the are us part, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're facing some challenges with lead management and following up on potential customers. From our conversation, I gather that these aspects take up quite a bit of your time and could use some streamlining. To help with your lead follow-up, I recommend considering a tool like HubSpot Sales Hub. This AI-powered platform integrates seamlessly with your existing CRM, automating follow-up and tracking communication with leads. Many businesses have reported increased engagement and reduced lead time by using this tool effectively. We at Company Periscope can also help you evaluate, test, and implement such tools to help ensure they align with your needs. Additionally, we specialize in building custom AI agents, fully tailored solutions designed around your exact workflow and needs. If your ideal solution doesn't exist yet, we can help build it for you and help you deploy it successfully. Rest assured, we take a holistic approach to AI implementation, considering not just tools, but also success metrics, downstream effects, and seamless team adoption. If you have any question or would like to discuss next steps, feel free to reach out. I'm excited to help you streamline your processes. Best regards, the Company Periscope team.
Seemed to duplicate you pretty well.
I think it did pretty well. This is the first time I've used it. We're going to be deploying that this week. So we can build the same thing for you. And we can build it to talk back and forth and keep talking with that person. And guess what? What comes to us at Company Periscope is a full summary of that. And we can then create, an engaging email. And Ryan, why don't you talk about some processes about where this can go from there? So
yeah, it's ultimately a marketing tool. I mean, this is going to sit on a website. I think the website is essentially going to be the chatbot. That's going to be like the kind of wow factor. Is websites of old are kind of going away. There's visiting a website is now like literally walking into an office and talking to a receptionist. So it does some marketing things. I don't know if you kind of noticed that. I wanted to actually give someone help. So it was, I engineered it to say, well, take in all this information, ask these questions, but then give help. Because if Dan never wants to do anything with the Company Periscope again, at least we gave him some advice. We said, hey, here's this HubSpot AI thing that should solve some of your problems that you've mentioned. Here's help right away. And by the way, we can help implement it. There's other solutions. There's more and more and more. So all of that was designed. Yeah. So then we get the lead. We can follow up on that. We can see that entire transcript and we can analyze it and we can pluck things out. Obviously, we're not going to sit in bed and read transcripts all night. We'll still have AI talking to AI and plucking out pertinent information. But again, we could put a phone number on a website and say, call us and schedule an appointment. And then maybe somebody fills out the form. Maybe they don't. And if they do, maybe we can schedule a time with them. Maybe we can't. 3 weeks later, when we finally get them on the phone, they're really not interested anymore because they've got distracted by some other shiny thing. Leads are hottest in the beginning, right? That's a pretty standard marketing.
Within seconds, if not, minutes, if not seconds.
Exactly. So when somebody reaches, you better communicate with them. So this is a handling of that. Obviously, we're not going to sit around a phone or hire a call center to handle this stuff. So we're going to have AI do it. And whether it's 4 a.m. in Tokyo or noon on a Wednesday in the US, we're going to get your questions answered. It's going to be relatively polite. I personally like to show off that it's AI. There are some people who kind of go, well, it should look like a human. You should represent it like a human. I go, people know when they're being tricked. That's just my advice to you is feel free to say this is an AI agent. You are talking to an AI. People are going to get more and more used to that. It's not going to be a big deal, but I like being completely transparent. But yeah, so do you guys kind of see how we captured everything we need to capture and then some as far as marketing and prospecting goes with just that little agent?
Thumbs up, medium, or down on that one?
Yeah. Good.
Excellent.
Yeah. And I'm not bragging. I'm just giving you kind of a real life example of what's going on in the tech world. I put this together in 2 days. And one of those days was just purely testing. So things are moving pretty fast.
What does it take to be able to put something like that together in 2 days? That's a separate conversation. Obviously, this is his specialty. So here's one datum that I think has been, and it's proven successful for me. Stick with what you know and outsource what you don't. Stick with what you know, outsource what you don't. That datum has carried me a long way. Now, how do we take all of our ideas and turn these ideas into profit, concepts, admin scales, administrative scales of importances? This is what I'm about to show you with AI Pro.Gold. Okay, and then somebody's saying, George, I like AI Pro.Gold. I have done prompt work with ChatGPT. So could this answer potential client questions? Absolutely, absolutely. And you go, well, gosh, when am I going to sit down and write all the answers to all the questions? Well, I'm glad you asked. Watch this. Let's see. I'm going to log in with this, which is a dental profile I programmed for someone, and I'm using it as a test case. So this business on AI Pro.Gold, you can say what your business is. And you can put your business in here. As you guys can see here, this is Dr. David Giannino. He's an MGE client. He's also a Bloomberg Digital client. That's my marketing company. That's his address. And the second he put in his website and then business context, like data about his business, it did an analysis of his website and it drank in a bunch of data about his business. Interesting. Then it went searching in Google and plugged in his Google reviews, summarized them. So this is like a survey. How many of you understand survey technology? Raise your hand, you've heard of survey technology. Yeah, so this is survey technology. He's got 372 reviews, as you can see up here. And out of his 372 reviews, this is what his patients think of him. So now I can go to the individual reviews. I can also, we just plug this in. I can also take recommendations. Like, what do we do with this? Oh, these are the service things that people love. Action, continue emphasizing patient-focused care. Good strength, staff members are recognized for their knowledge, professionalism, and helpfulness. Great action, empower staff to be part of the customer relationship building process. Highlight individual staff contributions in newsletters or social media. Fantastic. Now I can take this, I can turn all that into social media. I could say, good, I want to post something on Instagram, Facebook, or X or whatever. And instantly, I want to take data from the reviews, website, give me 10 social media posts. Let's do it on Facebook. I would like whatever. I could type whatever. I would like Facebook posts on highlighting what people love in our reviews, and it would produce that. But here is the most exciting part for me. This is just awesome. Website analysis, Google review analysis, social media tool, amazing. But let's wander over here. I've already showed you the chat. Now I've showed you the business tools. Here's the library. What I did is I went to Dr. David Giannino. There's his website. I do his website. My marketing company does. There he is. And I had him do some videos. Here's his video on gum disease.
Maybe there are people out there who just think of it as, oh, it's just teeth.
Sure.
It's just my mouth. I don't need to go to the dentist. What types of things can happen to your teeth?
Without proper preventative care, bacteria, we all have bacteria. And the foods that we eat is like miracle grow to the bacteria. So I tell my patients, look, when we feed ourselves, we're feeding our bugs. The sooner you can take that extra food away from the bacteria, they don't grow to a level of destruction. But when you're not monitoring that and you're not being proactive, they're going to get in, they're going to create problems. Once that occurs, if you're not paying attention to it, you can suffer gum disease and tooth decay. The data's been out there for a very long time that people with teeth, healthy, restored teeth, live an average of 10 years longer.
Wow.
Just look at all the commercials that exist that are...
Good. So he goes on. You're all tracking that so far, right? So he's talking about his industry, his health. Good. Now watch what we did. Gum disease. We went and we uploaded video. So I could take that. I could go to his YouTube video, or I could just upload it from a file. So I could go upload it from the computer and it brings up, a certain, good, where is it in your computer? Or I could upload media and just take it from a YouTube video. I could put that in, find the video, add it to the library, which I've already done, and there it is, gum disease. Here's a summary of what he covers. Everybody, look at this summary. So now I can, right now, make it longer, make it shorter. That's a summary. It automatically creates a checklist. Oral health and gum disease prevention checklist from that video, which that video is 2 minutes and 44 seconds. It has created a checklist that he could issue to his patients. It has created a test for his staff. So his staff can watch that video, read the summary, read the checklist, and I could label the speaker, Dr. Giannino, suggest happens without proper preventative. And then here's the answer key down here. Automatically created, one click. Company policy. He could literally issue this to his staff. The purpose of this policy is to emphasize the importance of oral health and its connection to overall health, to promote preventative dental care among employees, and to raise awareness about consequences of neglecting dental hygiene. Scope. This policy applies to all employees within the company and aims to encourage regular dental checkups, proper oral hygiene practices, and knowledge dissemination related to oral health and impact on general well-being. Policy guidelines. 1, importance of oral health. Oral health is critically linked to various systemic diseases such as gastrointestinal disorders, Alzheimer's, diabetes. You would see all this because he goes on about it. Healthy teeth contribute to overall longevity and quality of life. Individuals with healthy, restored teeth live an average of 10 years. So everything that he said there has been captured, turned into a summary, created a checklist, created a quiz, created a company policy, and last but not least, creates a drill for team members to go through, a procedure drill. We call it a procedure drill, AKA a what do you do drill. So his staff can go through the questions and make sure that they not only have read it, but they're not glib and they actually can apply it. You know how much it costs to do this? Take the video and upload it and process it. It's called processing it and creating these outputs. About $2 on AI Pro.Gold. I want that to sink in. What do I want you to do with that? Here's what I want you to do with that. I want you to lift your phone and I want you to pretend your phone is a client or an employee. I want you to press record and talk into your phone and record it. Then I want you to press stop. Then I want you to upload it to AI Pro.Gold and I want you to process it and process and process. I mean, here we all sit. Raise your hand if you're a little bit time bankrupt. Raise your hand if you are challenged with time and things to do. Good. But you can sit and talk to a client or a prospective client, a patient or prospective patient. What I want you to do the next time you do that, I want you to aim your phone. You can get a cool little stand like I have, selfie tripod stick like this, open it up, put it on your desk. Your patient or client might go, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just recording this for you so that if you want reference to it later, you're welcome to do it. I'm going to turn this sideways. I'm going to center it a little bit without pressing the buttons and accidentally calling 911. And I'm going to aim it at myself. I'm going to press record and I'm going to talk to that person. I'm going to raise this to eye level. I'm going to talk to that person like I'm talking to you, but it's looking straight at me. And I'm just going to riff. I'm just going to go. And that person's going to ask questions. I'm going to say, that's a great question. The question you asked, just to repeat the question. Question is, how do essential oils contribute to one feeling better? Such a great question. So here's what essential oils do, Dr. Katie. And you're just going to riff as you do every single day, 5 times a day. But now you're recording it. Once you're done, you take that, you upload it, all codified. And then we take that, we feed that into your tool, your AI tool. And guess what? The AI is now talking like you, Dr. Katie, talking like you, Carol, talking like you, Leanne and Andy, I hope you're getting where this is going. One word of caution I will tell you. If you are hesitant, if you're like, well, I'm going to figure that out one day. Well, I'm going to do that, but I have other priorities right now. Here's a word of caution to you right now. This isn't being done very broadly right now. I think it's going to take about 2 years for other people in your industry to do this properly. Or it could be you. Are you getting the message here? You want to put this off? Do so at your own potential liability. You haven't got time for this? Boy, I don't think you got time to waste in doing this. You should have been doing this already, says Mr. L. Ron Hubbard in the Power Formula. As we all know, it's 2 steps. Anybody remember those 2 steps? Anybody? What are those 2 steps of the Power Formula, please? Point 2, write up your hat. Point 1 is don't disconnect, right? You should have been writing up your hat. But who's got time to sit down and just type? Well, guess what? You don't need to. We transcribe the whole thing. We provide you a transcription. Oh, and Dr. Katie, do you got any videos that you follow for other people who are very smart in your industry?
Yeah.
On YouTube? Okay, like who?
Well, Eric Berg, for one.
Eric Berg. On what subject?
On his nutrition.
Yep, there he is. You might find an article that you see and you could literally be taking it and you're going to like, oh, I'm inspired. I'm going to do my own article. Turn on your camera, use that as cues, but you do your version of it. Interesting. And you're ripping into your phone. You're just going because that's where your mind is, of course. Beautifully. That's where your mind is, of course. Beautifully. Lots of years, right? So that's you could go to his YouTube channel. You could go, okay, good. I'm going to go to his videos. I'm going to sort by, look at this, folks. I could sort by latest, popular, and oldest. I want to sort by popular. Oh, look at that. 19 million views. What happens if you stop eating sugar for 14 days? How your feet are warning you about your liver problems. 18 million views. Folks, I'm just telling you, this is the time to move. AI is here. It's just made your life entirely simple. Get a login, buy some credits. Credits are cheap. They'll last you for a long time. If you run into any problems, let our support team know. I'm not doing this, just so you know, why did I create this? I create this as a workflow for me personally. If you go to my channels, everything that I have here, let me just show you. So I'm going to take this video. It's 2 minutes long.
If you could give
Watch
one
what I do,
piece of
everybody.
advice to a dentist looking to expand their practice through marketing, what would it be?
Good. I'm going to take that video. I'm going to copy that address. Do you all see what I did up here? I went up here and I copied that address. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to log out of this one. I'm going to sign into my Bloomberg Digital. Sign in. Watch what I do, everybody. I go to the library. I go to upload media from a YouTube video. I paste that right here. I find the video. There it is. Add it to the library. Confirm and upload. That's now being processed in the background. It might take a few minutes. A big, long video might take longer. So it's saying upload is successful. It's successfully uploading it. I could go around here, do a couple chats. I could go and, update my business details if I wanted and go back to the library. It's processing. Do y'all see this down here? Processing. But there it is. It's working in the background. It's stripping all that. It's transcribing it. It's creating a summary. It's creating a checklist. It's creating a company policy. And it's creating a quiz and a what do you do drill, a procedure drill. I'm going to try and have that done by the time we finish up here. So any questions for me right now?
Yes. Dan, could it also create posts for Facebook from that video or shorts or reels?
Yes, it can.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'll show you how we do that. It's a great question. Thank you, doctor. So I'm going to go here So I'm going to take a library item I've already uploaded. Okay, good. So here's a transcript of it. Here's a summary of it. Here's a checklist. How to do a patient testimonial. Questionnaire, right? Quiz. Company policy. Patient testimonial policy for dental practices. Getting consent, approach, sensitivity and respect, encouraging participation. I could also say, you know what? I want this section over here a little bit longer. I can make the section longer, or I want it a little bit shorter. I could shorten it. Responsibilities and procedure drill. So how patient testimony. So I'm going to go back to the chat. I'm going to select media. I'm going to come down here, begin chat. I've chosen that piece. I would like to create 10 social media posts talking about tips in sequence using this testimonial piece I did. There you go. Thank you. Could I get the full proposed post for Facebook and get some funny context in there so that it is interesting and fun? Let's start with the first one and go from there. All right, let's see. Welcome to the adventure of success. Hey there, fabulous followers. Ever wonder what happens when you mix a dash of innovation with a sprinkle of determination? Well, grab your popcorn because we're about to take you on a roller coaster ride through testimonial source. Incredible journey of us. Oh, so it's doing it. It thought I meant a testimonial. Okay, good. Stay tuned as we unravel a series of tips inspired by their story. Spoiler alert, it's packed with insights, a few laughs, and maybe a plot twist or two. So I'm going to have to probably reprompt that because it thinks that I'm trying to reference a testimonial, but not the actual thing. So there you go. Give me context for the second post. Do that. So there you go. So what you have to do is you have to go to chat. I'm just going to see if this other thing has processed. How to find a dental marketing team. So that's the one, just processed. There's the transcript. So I can label the speaker. Dr. Nathan Owens. Rename that. Speaker B, Dan Brown. Good. So it identifies the different speakers, summarizes it, checklist, identify your practice-specific marketing needs, understand the competitive landscape, seek an honest assessment from potential marketing teams, choosing a marketing team. I could say, oh, I like that one, choosing a marketing team. Let's expand that. I'm going to expand it right now. I'm going to give some people some tips here. So I just thickened it up a bit up there. Continuous engagement. Oh, I want to thicken that up a bit too. There it is. Questionnaire. So there's the quiz from my staff. Here's the company policy. And I can, even thicken that up here or thin it up a little bit. I can make it a little bit, but I want to thicken it up a little bit here. And I'm definitely going to take the responsibilities section. I'm going to thicken that up a little bit too. Now I have my policy. Procedure drill. Let's see the what do you do drill. Coach begins by saying, start a drill. Coach presents a scenario, asks, what do you do? Student answers correctly. The coach may ask, what do you say? The student answers incorrectly. Coach says, flunk. Coach explains the correct answer, shows the material if necessary, and repeats the question until the student answers correctly. Completion criteria, the drill is complete when the student answers all the questions correctly in sequence. Okay, you're considering hiring a marketing team and want to ensure they understand your practice's specific needs. What do? Request an initial consultation to discuss your practice goals, gather their insights on your current marketing situation. What do you say? I'd like to discuss how your team can help us achieve our goals. Great. Folks, how long did that take from start to finish? I mean, I just want you to all get this. We haven't written our company policy. We haven't created essays or, quizzes, drills, checklists. I just did that for you. You're welcome. There you go. Enjoy it. No, really, you are welcome. And I'd like to say that it was altruistic and, benevolent, but I did it out of necessity first for myself because I am time bankrupt. Man, I got so much going on. I just don't have time for this stuff. And guess what? I know you guys too. And I know what you know. I know what you know. You know your field. You are a specialist in your field. You are the king of your field. You've been doing it for a long time. You're passionate about it. Beautiful. Stick doing that, man. That's called Department 21. Founder, owner, creator, goal maker. Talk about it while you're recording a video and just riff. And then we'll bring Ryan in here and Ryan will plug all your data in. And guess what? Your company can literally be asking that information, specifics within it, and querying it, and you don't have to answer it because you've already answered it on video. And you can't because you're off in the Caribbean doing some very spiritual thing, and you're unavailable right now. Get what I'm saying? Do all the AI programs find their data in the same places? Not necessarily, Leanne. I don't know if you're talking about AI programs meaning like AI Pro.Gold and ChatGPT and Perplexity and such, but I would assume those large language models. They are scraping the web. They are doing that. They are built and programmed to do so at different levels and different depths. And obviously, the deeper you go, the more processing power necessary. Sometimes the slower the response. Predominantly, they are scraping the entire internet. Some do it a little bit deeper and more thoroughly than others. Great question. Can it make short video reels from the original video not written copy? Yeah. You can upload a Word document, a PDF, any of your policy, any of your briefings, it'll scrape your website for blog stuff. You can take a blog post, copy it and drop it in here and turn it into a policy, a checklist, etc. You just turn it into a Word document or a PDF or whatever and upload it into your business library. So I'm going to go through some terminology so you are all tracking because I know we have covered a lot and we got 2 minutes. Okay, the library is where we process stuff. You upload media, whether it is from your computer, it's a Word document, a PDF, an audio file. It could just be a recording, a voice recording. It could be a video, whatever. You can upload it directly here. It's now in your library. Or you could link a YouTube video and go searching YouTube. Once it's here, you have different output. The output is what we just went into. And you could also chat with it here. I could chat with this. What did Dan Brown say about how to choose a marketing company? And it's going to actually chat with that media. Okay? Or I can process it. I can go again back to the library, pick one of these things. These are called outputs: summary, checklist, questionnaire. These are called outputs. The outputs can only be processed when you upload it in the library. Thumbs up if you understand what I just said. The outputs can only be processed once it's been uploaded in the library. Great. And library material safe from public knowledge space. It is public domain. It is not a private domain. It is not a private server. So I would not go upload your secret formula of, how to build an engine that runs on water. This is not where I would do it. If you're talking about general things that are probably available just about anywhere, I think you're safe. I think there's about, 500 people that have covered what I cover here. But I have an audience. They have their audience. I'm taking what I know and my version of it, and I'm putting a spin on it. Can it be found? I suppose, but I put it all on YouTube anyhow. As far as internal policy and stuff like that, I'm not too worried about it. But if there was something sensitive that was of a nature I didn't want, in the newspaper tomorrow, I probably wouldn't upload it here. So that's a great question. Folks, we are out of time. That is segment 1 of this AI workshop. How'd it go? Thumbs up, medium, or down? Great. Well, I'm going to give you something here. Again, if you want to sign up for AI Pro.Gold, there's no charge. You just go there, start chatting with it. If you want to use the library and content and the business context and analyze your website, it's going to cost you a couple bucks. I think you got to buy some credits, probably about $25. Again, I'm not trying to make $1 million out of it. That's not my purpose. My purpose is to bring solutions, but it does cost me every time you use it. So hence, I have to build that onto you. I hope you understand that. If you need AI custom solution help, we could do that for you. I'm going to go ahead and put that chat with the robot, Abby. I'm going to put that in the chat. So you guys can just do that with Abby. And literally, she'll interview you. So here it is in the chat. I'll do a recorded version of this, and I'll put a QR code up so you'll have that. But go ahead and click that. Answer, talk to Abby about your problems. Talk about, what you're trying to solve. Literally, Abby will give you some help right now. And if you want some other solutions, Ryan and I are standing by.